What if entanglement is a consequence of the idea of photoelectric wave-particle duality and quantum mechanics that actually troubles that duality and then those mechanics? If space-time and its laws break down at the subatomic level, breaking down here indicating a dance whose black queerness turns out to refuse any sense of separation between the very small and very large, then how do we judge the realness of space-time? Maybe we just pass through the slits in it, the propulsive and repulsive contact between the classical and the quantum having required us to suspend judgment in a general sense, or at least to fastidiously qualify every judgment with J.S. Bell's acronym FAP, which is, for all practical purposes, just a Scottish version of the Ohio Players' FOP. And even then, what if there is a more general and practical social and aesthetic purpose to which this ritual caveat is inadequate? What if entanglement not only problematizes the idea of wave-particle duality, understood as a system, as a composite mental apparatus, but of prior separation and discretion as well? Here, I know that I am either radically misunderstanding or radically disturbing or simply obsessively applying even Bell's deconstruction of the opposition of system and apparatus, his dissatisfaction ultimately with the constitutive, decisive power that is given to measurement and the concomitant reduction of thinking to measurement if one desires to consider that the confluence of quantum mechanics and entanglement or non-locality revives Parmenides' formulation that it is the same thing to think and to be. What if, then, we are allowed and required to think the concepts of wave or particle or wave-particle systemic duality as apparatuses rather than as systems in and of physical reality, so that the very conceptualization of that which is to be measured is itself an apparatus that is constitutive of the very activity of measurement? What if the richness and complexity that appeal to duality is meant to preserve can only be preserved by way of a movement through that duality so thoroughgoing that it destabilizes the very idea of measurement through which the duality is instantiated? What if there's an anomic animus that throws off iambic stride? The disruption of normative dispensation or allotment or apportionment or measure. Immeasurable, uncountable number, a wronging or wringing of the word, an essential and constitutive criminality in the word, the immeasurable from which measure flows, verse fugitive both from itself and freedom, thereby disregarding every prosaic and presidential precedent. The metaphysics of fascism is this: absence of choice given in the proliferation and imposition of irrelevant choices. Let's take a time out from all that. Recess, to escape discretion either as the determination of the observer or as the self-determination of the observed, structured in whatever opposition relation of wave and particle. The break, the hollow, the holler, the ditch, the dungle, the good foot, the mutron.